Okay, folks ever feel like that to-do list is like seriously out of control?
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Well, get ready to hear about this giant who took on a task way bigger
Way bigger.
than anything on our lists. We're talking about chasing the actual sun. Today, we're diving deep
Deep.
into one of the most well-known stories from Chinese culture,
Right?
the story of Kuafu.
It's a wild one. It makes you think, too, about ambition and never giving up and what we leave behind when we're gone, you know?
I like that. That's what we're all about here, right? The deep dive.
Yeah.
So for this one, we're looking at this text. It's just called pasted text, which is kind of fitting when you think about it,
How so?
because each deep dive is different.
You know?
We tailor to our listeners. So let's get into it. This text tells us Kuafu was massive,
Massive.
like thousands of feet tall. Imagine if he just took a step, like one step, could cover miles.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely talking force of nature there. Someone who could do incredible things. Right from the start, you can tell this story's going to be epic.
You got it. And his goal, super epic too. He wanted to catch the sun, but not for fame or anything like that.
Right.
He wanted to stop it from causing all this suffering with its crazy heat.
Wow.
Talk about a good guy.
Yeah, totally. That compassion, that's what makes him a hero, don't you think? It's not just strength. He actually cared about people. You know, that quest, it turns into something bigger. Like he was fighting for everyone.
I see what you mean. So how do you even start chasing the sun? I mean, this text talks about Kuafu crossing mountains and rivers, even drinking up like the entire Yellow and Wei rivers just because he was thirsty.
Whoa.
It makes me thirsty just hearing about it.
Yeah. But that's what's so impressive, all these obstacles, and he just keeps going. Pure determination. But it also makes you wonder, like, how far is too far?
Yeah.
When does it go from being a hero to just burning yourself out?
That's what's so sad. You know,
Oh.
he pushed himself so hard. But in the end, even Kuafu couldn't keep up with the sun. The text says he just dies right there next to this lake. The sun's still burning away. Shows us even giants have their limits.
Yeah, it makes you think, are we sometimes blinded by our goals? You know? Like, we forget our own limits. How can we be like Kuafu and go after big things, but also be smart about what we can handle?
Okay, so, but wait, there's more. This story, it doesn't just end there. It actually becomes part of the Chinese language.
Hold on. Really? What do you mean?
So there's this idiom in Chinese. It's Kuafu chasing the sun. It's kind of like when we say reaching for the stars, you know.
Oh, okay.
It means trying for something huge, something that might even seem impossible.
Wow. So even today, people are still inspired by his story to go for their dreams, even when it seems like the odds are stacked against them.
Exactly. Myths are powerful. They can reach across time and connect with us on a deeper level. And it gets me thinking about all the other stories about the sun from different cultures all over the world.
Right.
They deal with similar ideas, the power of nature, how we try to understand and control it, and the consequences when we push things too far. It's fascinating how they can all talk about these shared human experiences, even though they come from different places. I'm with you there. Speaking of making an impact, remember how Kuafu died by the lake?
Yeah.
Get this, his staff transformed into a whole forest, full of peach trees, giving shade and food for who knows how many generations. He failed at his goal, but he created something amazing that helps so many people.
It's bittersweet, right? Like a reminder that even when we don't get where we thought we were going, our efforts, they can still have an effect and create positive change that we never even expected. In, you know, the peach itself, it's a symbol of immortality in Chinese culture. So even though Kuafu died, he still kind of lives on through that forest.
Whoa, that's deep. So what does all this mean for us? You know, the everyday folks who aren't giants, just trying to get through our week. I think it tells us to be brave and to dream big, even if we're not sure what's going to happen.
And who knows, maybe just like Kuafu, our efforts to reach for those dreams will leave something good behind for others. We might shape the world in ways we never imagined.
So before we finish our deep dive into the myth of Kuafu, we have a question for you listeners. What seemingly impossible goal is calling your name?
What are you chasing after?
It could be something huge, like changing the world, or something smaller like learning a new skill or overcoming a personal challenge. Whatever it is, remember Kuafu. Remember his bravery, his compassion, and how much of an impact he made, even though he didn't succeed in the end. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
See ya next time.